Hi, this is Phyllis Wilson with my daily moments to talk to you about love yourself and self-love. I just shared or talked earlier on a video about self-esteem. So it's like, how can I end a video about that? It's not even the podcast, because the podcast go in depth with more detail and more discussion and examples of what I mean by the points that I'm bringing out or the topics or subjects. But how can I talk about self-esteem without then exploring loving yourself and self-love? Self-love is the regard for one's own well-being and happiness. So it's taking ownership of your well-being and your happiness. And some of you might be scratching your head or even thinking, what would make me happy? Only you can answer that. And the only way that you can answer that is to truly know who you are. What are your likes and dislikes, and what makes you happy and what don't make you happy? But again, that's entirely up to you. So, love is an intense feeling of deep affection. It's an intense feeling of deep affection. So if you say you love someone, you know what that feeling is that you have towards someone else. So what does that feel like when you have it toward yourself? Is it more intensified? Is it more electrifying? Is it more mesmerizing? What happens if the love that you pour out on everybody else, you pour it into yourself? Plus some. Plus some. Because you can't or should not expect someone to love you more than you love your own self. And then there are ways that you can show yourself that you love yourself. You can show yourself that you love yourself and have self-love by pampering you for a change. Because we spend some time, and some people, we overspend time trying to shed and share love toward other people and give demonstrations to them and prove to them that we love them. But we take little time out to show that we love ourselves. So with that being said, what do you do? Or what is it you can do to show that you love yourself to yourself? And there's nothing wrong with you loving yourself. And anybody who told you that, shame on them. Because trust me, they love themselves. And how do you show yourself that you love you? Is by doing things that would make you happy. By you reaching into that invisible box and pulling out things that makes you happy. Whether that's today you're going to treat yourself to ice cream, or you're going to go to the movies, even if it is by yourself. Why? Because it's something you want to do and you enjoy being around you and doing things that make you happy. And it shouldn't depend on somebody else making you happy, because that's a misunderstanding, that a myth, if you will, that it takes somebody else to make you happy. That's not true. The other person or significant other in your life is supposed to come and enhance what you've already done for yourself. It's a partnership. It's not a replacement. That sounds good. It's a partnership, not a replacement. So in that partnership, they should be enhancing what you already started in you. And vice versa. You should be able to enhance what they have already started in them. So if you love yourself unconditionally and you love yourself to where you refuse any negative thought processes or patterns, if you love yourself enough to where you can say, whoa, back up, that's not for me, and that will bring me harm. So if I don't want to inflict harm on myself, I'm not going to allow somebody else to. That's self-love. If I want my mental state to stay intact and quote unquote normal, then I'm not going to let somebody with dysfunction come and disrupt my mental status, because you love you. Now, if you've allowed people to come into your circle, into your surrounding, into your environment, and they have brought about a discord, they have brought about a disconnect that has taken and removed things from you, then you're not showing yourself self-love. And because you're not displaying it towards yourself, why do you think somebody else is? People lead by example. So be the example of how you want them to treat you, because you love yourself enough and you display that love towards yourself to where they see that and know, I can't come anything shorter than that when I approach him or her. Because if you love yourself enough, you are teaching the next person or the people watching you to treat you in the same manner, with the same respect and the same amount of love. And if you don't, you'll keep allowing them to treat you as if you don't even matter. But you matter. And I give you permission to matter a little bit more than what you've been doing. So if that means you have a pamper day where you pamper yourself from head to toe, by all means, pamper away. Pamper away, because somebody's watching you, whether you like it or not, or whether they acknowledge that they're watching you. There's always somebody watching you to see what you're doing with what you have. Even if they don't understand how you're getting or what you're understanding, they're watching you. And they're watching you because they want to be on the inside of whatever you have to offer. So, what do you have to offer? Let's start with some self-love. Because again, you're teaching them how to treat you. And if you don't treat yourself with self-love, with respect, with dignity, with the utmost highest regard, why would someone else? They don't see you doing it toward yourself. And we're conditioned that way. It's called learned behavior. So, the only way they can learn that behavior is if they see you displaying that behavior. So let's deal with some self-love and loving yourself. Do it to the best of your ability because nobody else can but you. Again, it's self-love. If you like what I've had to share with you today, like, share, subscribe to my channel because there's so many other topics. I never run out of ideas. Even when I'm sleeping, things are coming to me and I'm jotting things down. So there's always going to be some video to help you with some topic. Or if you feel I haven't touched on a topic enough, maybe it's on my podcast and you just missed it. Because this is just a snippet of what I share on the podcast. Because I give examples, I answer questions. And if you want to send me questions, you can email me at phyllis@josephinescoat.com. My website is www.josephinescoat.com. And on there is a test for those who are interested in learning about self. There's a test so we can see where we need to start off to get you where you need to be, of loving yourself and knowing who you really are. Thank you. Don't forget, subscribe. Go ahead. It's somewhere down here at the bottom of this video. Go ahead and subscribe. Share it with somebody you think that this message would help. There's so many videos on my channel, so there might be a topic I've already covered. Go ahead. Look through it and see. Until next time, exercise some self-love. It's okay. I give you permission.